on the Unit 2 exam, and so on and so forth. So the exams will actually get longer as we get closer to the EOC and as we progress through the course. And you'll also see that there will be more and more information, and they'll be specifically tailored so that if there's something that you all struggle with as we move on, let's say that you struggle with the concept of monomers and polymers, then you'll start to see more and more questions on your exams about monomers and polymers, just to get you all some more practice with those types of questions. All right, so we have to remember that everything is building upon previous information that we've already learned, and we're not really ever going to move away from something totally. All right, so first things first, we will play this Kahoot. So you go to www.kahoot.it and enter the game pin 3048913.
Cells are the smallest living units of an organism. All cells have three things in common, no matter what type of cell they are. All cells have a cell membrane, which separates the inside of the cell from its environment. Cytoplasm, which is a jelly-like fluid, and DNA, which is the cell's genetic material. There are two broad categories of cells. The first category is eukaryotic cells. They have organelles, which include the nucleus and other special parts. Eukaryotic cells are more advanced complex cells, such as those found in plants and animals. The second category is prokaryotic cells. They don't have a nucleus or membrane-enclosed organelles. They do have genetic material, but it's not contained within a nucleus. Prokaryotic cells are always one-celled or unicellular organisms, such as bacteria. So, what are organelles? Organelle means little organ. Organelles are the specialized parts of a cell that have unique jobs to perform. Let's start with the nucleus, the control center of the cell. The nucleus contains DNA, or genetic material.
Okay, I should have
DNA
a few more people
dictates what the cell is going to do and how it's going to do it. Chromatin is the tangled, spread out form of DNA found inside the nuclear membrane. When a cell is ready to divide, DNA condenses into structures known as chromosomes. The nucleus also
30 more seconds to join if you're planning on joining.
Which is a structure where ribosomes are made. After ribosomes leave the nucleus, they will have the important job of synthesizing or making proteins. Outside the nucleus, the ribosomes and the rest of the organelles float around in cytoplasm, which is the jelly-like substance. Ribosomes may wander freely within the cytoplasm or attach to the endoplasmic reticulum, sometimes abbreviated as ER. There are two types of ER. Rough ER has ribosomes attached to it, and smooth ER doesn't have ribosomes attached to it. The endoplasmic reticulum is a membrane-enclosed.
What could happen to a cell if its mitochondria are removed? Okay, so mitochondria are responsible for producing energy. So if we remove the mitochondria, we can't make any energy. And the process of producing energy is called respiration. Good job, Jalen. Which of the following is not a quality of an enzyme? Is not a quality. Okay, good. So we were looking for quality for the only one that is not true. What is not a quality? Good job, Alicia and Ayana. Which of the following organelles is present in a plant cell but absent in an animal cell? Good. Okay, some of these questions move quickly. Maybe I should increase the time on some of them. Good job, Stephanie and Gabby. Where is the DNA found in a prokaryotic cell? Okay. Good. Okay, good. So we have to remember nucleotides are the subunit. They are the building block. They are the monomer for nucleic acids like DNA. And of course, DNA is found in the nucleus. And it's also important to note that we should start to make these connections between these words. So nucleotides and nucleic acids and the nucleus. They all start with NUCLE. Good. So amino acids, of course, are the building blocks for proteins, and ribosomes build proteins. Okay, this is not something that we talked too much about, but I'm glad that 6 of you remember. So the cell membrane is made up of lipids. It's made up of phospholipids. Good. So So glucose, of course, is the food that we need to make energy. So mitochondria make the energy, so they need a lot of glucose. Good. That one got you guys. So remember, prokaryotes do not have membrane-bound organelles, and chloroplasts and mitochondria are both membrane-bound organelles. So you do not see them in prokaryotes. Good job. Good. Excuse me. So DNA provides the instructions. DNA provides the instructions to make proteins. Alicia's on fire. Good job. So you just have to multiply it by 10. Just multiply it by 10. Good. Carbs provide that quick energy. Good job. Good. Okay, let's see. Good. Wow, every question. Good job, Alicia. Excellent. Congratulations to all of the top 5. Let's see. Let's come back over here. All right. Do you all have any questions? Any questions before we go ahead and begin?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Can I not take the test today? I'm not prepared.
Yeah. Why don't you and I meet in a separate Google Meet so that we can go over the parts that you've missed.
Okay.
But we'll do that when everybody else starts the test. Any other questions? Did anything come up in that Kahoot that you're like, I don't remember anything about that?
What's the difference between the chloroplast and the cytoplasm?
Okay. Good question. So let me see. All right, so the cytoplasm is basically the pool of liquid that everything is swimming around in. And it's basically like the cellular medium. So what everything else is moving around in is the cytoplasm. It's a jelly-like fluid. It's not exactly water. It's actually a little bit thicker than water, but it allows everything to move throughout the cell. The chloroplast is a specific organelle that is responsible for photosynthesis.
So
And we'll talk. What's that, Gabby?
cytoplasm is in both of the.
Yeah. So all cells have cytoplasm. Everybody has cytoplasm.
Okay.
Good questions. Anything else? Okay. All right. So as I mentioned, the brain dump is something that we have historically done in biology. And it's essentially like a cheat sheet, but instead of it just being something that you come to class with, typically when we were meeting in person, we would have the students complete their brain dump in the 2 or 3 minutes before the exam. And it was an opportunity for them to dump everything that was in their brain onto paper so that while they take the exam, they have something to refer to, so that they don't forget things. And it's supposed to be organized in a way. But because obviously I'm not looking at you all and your tests are open notes at this point, I would encourage you to make your brain dump extremely organized in a way that you can refer to it during the exam. So instead of having multiple pages of notes where you don't know where to find all this different information, your brain dump should be organized in a way so that there are sections on your page that you can refer to find specific information. So, this is just an example, but in section 1, I might have biological molecules, and I list my biological molecules, and then I have some facts about each one under it. And then in section 2, I might have a section about enzymes, and then I list some facts about enzymes and whatever other clues I think might be useful. In section 3, maybe I'll talk about cells, and then I'll list the organelles of a cell, and then I'll talk about the difference between prokaryotic and eukaryotic. So essentially, it should just be an opportunity for you all to organize your thoughts. And I'm hearing that SchoolNet is having some issues, so we will see what happens. But that's what I like to use a brain dump for, and I've encouraged my students to do that because sometimes flipping through your notes can be counterproductive, and then you get frustrated when you can't find something, rather than just having it all listed in one single piece of paper in an organized way. All right, so we're going to try to start this test. Hopefully SchoolNet cooperates with us, but I want you all to just take a deep breath. Don't be too nervous. I know you all know everything that you need to know, and the Kahoot proves that. I think we would have done even better on the Kahoot if some of the questions had a little bit more time. But I just want you all to take a deep breath and relax. Make sure you have a productive space and get ready to do your best. Get ready to perform. I think you're in a good position to do that. You all have been doing well all unit. And make sure that you're using your notes efficiently and effectively. If you can't find something, don't worry about it. Just continue to move on. All right, so we'll go ahead and start. So we're not using the secure tester, so you don't need to log out. All you need to do is go into SchoolNet through the NC Ed cloud and enter the test code. I'm sending a. I just sent the link to the chat, Ayana. I want you to go to that call so you and I can go over some other things. Okay, folks, so I know some of you are experiencing some issues, and I apologize for those. Unfortunately, there's just not much that I can do about them right now. So what I'm thinking I will do is I'm going to probably put the test on another platform this weekend, like Mastery Connect or even Canvas. And that way it'll be less likely that you all experience any issues. I just think SchoolNet is too delicate um, for the purposes of our class, because we have so many people from other classes also trying to use SchoolNet to take their tests, that it's just not able to, it doesn't have the capacity in this virtual setting to host all of our computers from different sites. So what we will do is just try to work around it. I appreciate your patience, and I will, like I said, let you know if you're not able to access it right now. There's not much that I can do from my side of things. I would just encourage you to keep refreshing the page, and if it doesn't work, then we'll just try again on Monday from a different platform.
Mr. Rutt.
Yes.
What do we do when we're finished?
Just make sure that you hold on. Okay, sorry, I wasn't checking the chat. You make sure that you've done all of your assignments for the entire unit for Unit 2, and then you're good to go.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're mute.
Okay, sorry, I was talking to Ayana in another chat, but it is 11:35, so at this point, you all are good to go. I'm sorry to those of you for whom the test was not working. At this point, I'm ready to abandon. I'm ready to abandon SchoolNet. So we'll get those issues figured out, and you all hopefully will be able to take the test on Monday. And until then, have a great weekend. I hope you get rested up, get some time outside, some time with your family, and I'll talk to you soon. See ya.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye.
Have a nice weekend.
Thank you.